All right. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Makar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, salutations, and blessings be unto the hopeful elect, pushing his truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe, in the sincere hopes of being delivered in these last days. All right, this is the brother Yakanan from the GMS England branch, and just watching this video uploaded by the brother Yashalam over at GMS Watchman, as you can see here on the screen. And I beseech you, you brothers out there and you few sisters, out there, to tune into this video and just really observe, the workings of the left-hand side, all right? Now, Yahushai, commanded us to, to watch as well as pray. And this is definitely something that needs to be, observed, just to show you, how these devils are getting down in these last days, okay? And this is just, the tip of the iceberg and a snippet, of what's to come concerning, the trickery and concerning, agent activity that the left-hand side is utilizing in order to paint a picture concerning demonizing, this thing of ours, this truth, all right? And anyone that identifies or calls himself an Israelite, okay? So, it's very important, to be circumspect, like it tells us in, let me get it right quick. In the book of Ephesians, chapter 5 and verse 15, all right? Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 15 reads, "See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil." Okay? And when you go into that word circumspectly, it means to look around, all right? To be aware of your surroundings, okay? To be privy, to what is going on, especially in these last days, all right? And that's why, we are watchmen of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, okay? We watch, okay? We filter events that are currently playing out upon the earth. We filter them events through the Holy Bible, all right, through the scriptures, as pursuing, to 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter. The scriptures tell us to measure, the time diligently, all right? And how do we measure the time? We measure the time through, the scriptures, okay? Now it says in verse 16, redeeming the time because the days are evil. And it goes without saying that we are living in a very dark, in a very evil time, okay? You see what's transpiring on the news. You see, the false flags, all right? You see the length that the wicked elites of Esau Edom are willing to go, all right, to get this agenda, up and running. So this is a time, like it's always been the time, to be circumspect and be aware of what kind of time that we're living in, okay? And walk in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, okay? So again, I beseech you brothers out there and few sisters, to watch this video, the performance, from this particular individual was crazy, and hey, we in that time, man. Again, there's not much, left to be said, but to be, circumspect and to understand, the time that we're living in, and understand that, anything can happen at any time. All right, as we've been warning and telling you for the longest time, the street ministry, the internet ministry, bringing out this word in forms of lessons and bringing out this word on the highways and the byways, there's going to be an end to that, real soon. Okay, there's going to be an end to the ministry concerning bringing out the word and bringing out these breakdowns. Okay, that time is nearly done. All right, the famine of the word is coming. And Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you're going to see how the Lord is going to make it extremely hard to access this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding via way of the internet and via way of the highways and the byways. You're going to see it. You're going to see how hard it is going to be to access the men of the Lord in these last days. All right. So, I don't have, nothing else to say on this particular, subject. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. And until next time, I'll say shalom.